Hey, beautiful people. Welcome or welcome back to the channel. My name is Jara, and today I want to talk to you about introversion and answer the question, is it lonely? And if I had to answer that question flat out, I'd say no. And we can end the video right here, but I will explain some things about us introverts and so that you can relate, because I know that a lot of you watching my videos, you are introverts. I've attracted a lot of you based on a video that kind of went viral a few months back. So that's how I know that a lot of you are introverts and can relate to what I'm going to talk about today. So is introversion lonely? Let's talk about it. Okay, so for starters, let's define what introversion is or what an introvert actually is. Now, this is not a whole Google or Webster's definition of what an introvert is, just based on my thoughts and how I know myself and other introverts. I'd say that introverts can be defined as those who feel 100% comfortable in their own thoughts, in their own space, opposed to an extrovert where they pull their energy from external people and external surroundings, people around them. But us as introverts, we don't need that. We get our energy from, like I said, from within, from things that require a lot of solitude, like reading, sightseeing, solo travel, things like that. Those are a lot of introverted type of activities. But all in all, an introvert is a person that can be perceived as being quiet or shy. But once you get us going, once you get us talking about a topic that excites us or something that we're knowledgeable about, we can be very, very talkative, okay, and quite silly at times too, if you really, really get to know us. So, yeah, that's what an introvert is, a person that may seem to be a little bit reserved or shy or quiet on the outside from the outside looking in. Actually, what that is, that's us observing people around us and trying to see who we may feel like we're comfortable enough to speak to, or just sometimes we don't even feel like talking. We just want to observe situations around us and just chill out. And there's nothing wrong with that. But like I said, ultimately, an introvert is a person that draws their energy from within rather than external things like an extrovert. So let me answer the question. Is introversion lonely? Like I said before, short answer, no. Long answer, I say it can be in certain situations. And I'll give an example what those situations may be, or I'll give one example about a situation where I did kind of feel lonely amongst people based on my introversion. And we can feel lonely when there are people around us that don't understand us. Okay, they mislabel us or misinterpret us as being standoffish, stuck up, nonchalant. What's the other one? Aloof. And those of you that don't know what the word aloof means, it just pretty much is another way to say you don't care about certain things or people, things like that, when that is not the case at all. We have things that we like to talk about, but the thing is, a lot of people, based on my own experience, some people, a lot of people, they like to talk about gossip, celebrity gossip, politics, what's going on in the White House, and just gossip in general, aside from celebrities. And those are things I do not have an interest in. I rather talk about business. I rather go to networking events. I rather talk about things that are uplifting, like uplifting to the spirit and to the body, like eating right, certain yoga poses, exercise classes, things like that. Those are things I enjoy talking about and other things as well. But when I'm amongst people that don't, either understand me or don't talk about things that I am interested in, that's where I kind of shut down and just kind of daydream or wish I was somewhere else, wish I was at home. Those are the situations where introverts can feel lonely. But other than that, being by ourselves, being in our own elements and our own vibe and our own space, no, that is not lonely at all. That is peaceful, okay? I know y'all can agree with me. Go ahead and leave a comment if you agree, because I know I just hit on something right there. But yeah, being alone is very peaceful. We get to be in our own thoughts, which are positive thoughts, Well, they should be most of the time, right? I know that, life is not always sunshine and rainbows. We have our moments, but we get over it. But that's not what this video is about. Ultimately, introversion is about the quality of connections, not the quantity. Okay. Quality is better than quantity in a lot of cases, especially being an introvert or befriending an introvert. We don't need to have a whole lot of friends, just a small circle is just fine. People that understand us, support us, and encourage us to just be ourselves. That's all we need. Okay. Like I said before, in another video, I may have not said it in a video, but maybe in conversing with someone, my circle is as small as a Cheerio, and that's how I like it. That is just fine. Okay, so let's talk about the value of solitude when it comes to being an introvert. Solitude is so peaceful. It's very restorative. It allows us to be creative in some cases for those of us that are creatives. We need that time alone, that peace and quiet in order to create things, whether we are writing a book, whether we are painting, whether or not we're making music. Those require alone times. And it's important to understand that as introverts, when we have our solitude, when we have our moments of being alone, it's not that we're lonely. Don't assume that we want to be with somebody when we're out having dinner alone. Oh my gosh. This happened to me recently. I was out having lunch by myself, sitting outside at a restaurant, and someone came up to me and they sat down at my table. Well, actually, at the time I wasn't eating, I was waiting on my food. But they came and sat down at my table and told me, "You look like you're lonely. Are you okay? You need some company. You need somebody to have lunch with." And I said, "No, I'm okay. I'm trying to, get my food down or, order my food and eat before my next meeting I have to go to." Totally made up something because I did not want to be be bothered. Now, what in the world made that person think that I was lonely? Was I sitting there crying or sad, upset? No, I had a positive demeanor, had a slight smile on my face. I was actually sitting there reading a book, minding my own business. Oh, and meanwhile, across from me, there was a couple sitting kind of down the row and across from me. So in a way, anyway, they were sitting there having their lunch at first. Then it seems like they started arguing. As an introvert, we are very observant to those things that are around us. And I noticed that they were low key having an argument. And then they just started being quiet and eating their food. But you could still tell that something was going on. And I just kind of sat there and observed them, kind of shook my head. And I'm like, those are the ones that probably need some company. Those are the ones that are probably lonely. And that's one thing I'll tell people who also asked me about my single status and is it lonely? I'm like, no, singlehood does not mean loneliness. Just as when you're in a relationship or when you're married, it does not mean that everything is happy and peaches and cream and all of that. No. So that's another misconception. But yeah, as an introvert, when you see us out and about somewhere, eating alone or reading somewhere, hiking, it doesn't mean that we're lonely. It just means that we are in our own elements, enjoying our peace and quiet, and just, I don't know, vibing out. That's all it means. So just understand that as introverts, we thrive in solo activities. That's, again, all it is, point blank, period. Okay, and here's another thing as well. I bet you, I can almost guarantee that extroverts, they feel lonely at times as well. I don't know when, you have to ask one of them when those moments are that they feel lonely. But overall, I feel like both can be lonely at times, introversion and extroversion. You can feel lonely in both of those settings. So I think it just happens to everybody at some point in their lives at some time. It isn't exclusive to just one set of people. So understand that. Now, as I'm recording this video, I have about a good 3.5 more hours until I have to get ready to go to a family reunion event that I agreed to go to tonight. It's actually going on the entire weekend. By the time I'm recording this video, it is coming up on Labor Day weekend. So our family reunion, I guess it happens every Labor Day. I didn't go to the past few ones for the past few years after the pandemic. But yeah, anyway, it's going on today in a few hours, and I'm low key kind of dragging my feet because it's just going to be a lot of people, and I've committed to eating a certain type of way for the foreseeable future. And I already know that there will be food there that I can't eat. People asking me, why am I not coming to the other events that's going on Saturday, Sunday, and then Labor Day, Monday? And ultimately, it's because I have a cleaning business, and this is a very, very, very busy weekend for me. So even blocking time off for my calendar tonight is just doing too much. I'd rather be making money. So that's why I'm not going to the other events. And also, too, as an introvert, it's just, I can already tell it's going to be a lot of energy I will have to give out in order for me to have a good time. So that's why I'm just taking this time to be in my own space, my own mental space, and just prepare to kind of be very talkative. And people might pressure me to dance. I don't like to dance. I don't know how to dance that well. So that's another thing too. And yeah, like I said, I'm getting ready as an introvert to hype myself up to go somewhere that I don't really want to be at. I mean, no offense to my family. If they're watching this, I don't know if a lot of them are subscribed to my channel, but I low key don't feel like going to this reunion, if I'm being completely honest. And as an introvert, you don't have to people please all the time. If there's something you are invited to, you don't really want to go to, just say no. Set your boundaries. Just say you have something else to do, or just say you're not interested. Just be blunt, be honest about it. There's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, I just wanted to share that story and just keep it real with y'all on what I'm going through right now in real time. Because yeah, I'm gonna need my energy, and I cannot wait till this event is over with so that I can go home and decompress and restore my energy so I can get out and make some money these next few days. So as I close out this video, I just want to drive the point home and let you know that being an introvert does not mean that you're lonely. It does not equate loneliness. It is simply a different way of engaging with the world. We are very authentic people. We love just being in small settings, small group settings, and engaging with just a few people at a time or one person at a time. There's nothing wrong with that. And I also want to say that just because someone is extroverted does not mean that they're well liked. A lot of extroverts, or some extroverts, participate in a lot of gossip and backbiting and talking behind people's backs. Now, we as introverts, we notice that. And I'm speaking on personal experience. So just because someone is, upbeat, outgoing, friendly, does not mean that they are an authentic, good person. So keep that in mind. But yeah, anyway, like I said, introversion does not mean loneliness. It just means that we just value our solitude. Nothing wrong with that. So embrace who you are. Don't let people, convince you to be someone else or something that you're not. Be your true, authentic self and just do you. That's all I can say. But yeah, leave a comment down below if you've ever been approached, like I mentioned at the restaurant, I was approached by somebody that thought I was lonely. If you had that same type of experience or a similar experience where someone misinterprets you as being lonely or being, standoffish or rude, stuck up, or whatever, just because you are introverted, leave a comment down below so we can get this conversation going and hopefully attract more introverts to this channel, because I do speak to introverts and also, again, share my story and just talk about things that I feel like needs to be talked about as I see fit. So anyway, that's what this video is about. That's what this channel is about. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe and do all the YouTube things as well. Like, share, and comment. And I'll see you on the next video next Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye.